What it do? This your girl, Mizz Tuffy. We live from 5 Points, Atlanta, Georgia. I am a hip-hop artist. I rap. I do photography, film, and graphics, editing, and all that. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, by way of Decatur, Alabama. And that's about it.
What's up, everybody? It's Brittany Takia with Urban Hype. I am at behind Ragorama at Little 5 Points, sitting here with our first female hip-hop rap artist. We've had singers and all that great stuff, but this is our first female rap artist, so I'm really excited, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself just a little bit as far as where she's from and what exactly she does here.
Like Brittany said, I am a female hip-hop artist. I go by the name of Mizz Tuffy. I have like 20, 30 different personalities. I'm from Dayton, Ohio originally. I moved down here from Decatur, Alabama, so I'm just getting familiar with the Atlanta area. I love the music scene. That's the main reason I moved here, and that's about it.
So where did you get started in music? I know I read your bio, and I know you moved around a good bit. Where did you start with your music?
Probably in the 7th grade, when I made up my mind that this is something I wanted to do. I joined my brother's group actually at the time, so I used to just tag along with him, and then I was putting my input in, so I kind of became a part of that group, and he stopped rapping, but I kept doing it from 7th grade on up, and I stopped a few times in my life, but it always seems to come back to me. So
okay, so what really inspired you to start music? I know, like, as little girls, everyone's always telling us to be a lawyer or be a doctor. Like, what really inspired you to want to do music?
Well, really, I mean, just the passion from it, regardless. I mean, I think music is very therapeutic for anybody, any genre. And I mean, just particularly for me, hip-hop, because I was always good at poetry and writing words. And I mean, it's just a cultural thing that I grew up around. So when it came to hip-hop, I was like, okay, that's exactly what I want to do. And what encourages me to do it is just like, the more older I get and later in life, it's just a part of who I am. Like, I wouldn't be a doctor or a lawyer. Like, rapping is what I do. So it's kind of like me being myself. This is who I am.
So what is who is your biggest inspiration as far as your music? I listened to a little bit. I know me and my co-producer was saying that you sounded like Rashida as far as talking, but who can you say is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration, if I would have one, would have to be like, you know, MC Lyte and Queen Latifah and Lauryn Hill, and, you know, those heavy-hitting females that were very influential, especially MC Lyte. Like, I listen to a lot of her stuff, and it's kind of like we're out of that loop because we're in a different culture of music, but I kind of try to stay true to what I want to convey across. So my biggest inspiration would have to be MC Lyte and Lauryn Hill, and of course I love Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim. I love any female who brave enough to get out here and do it and who makes a name for herself. So definitely, and Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, all of them. Just about every female artist that's done her thing on the mic, I can appreciate and take something from.
Okay. So do you consider yourself, I don't know the proper terminology, I know a lot of artists call themselves artists, rappers, lyricists. Do you consider yourself a rapper? I know on your bio you said MC, but what do you consider yourself?
I call myself the hip-hop goddess, actually, you know, because I'm lost in the loop with the terms myself, and I've heard other people, you know, been called rappers, and I'm just not down with the whole terminology. So I just like to keep it like authentic and, you know, kind of where it started from. And hip hop is my main goal, and I think that's like an array of things. It's not one certain thing. It's your own aspect. Like me just being myself and applying my lyrical content to it. And so I'm the hip hop goddess.
So what song on your album is your favorite?
That's hard, cause I'm my biggest critic, and I drop a track and get it mixed down and I be in love with it, then I go back and do another song and I'm like, oh, I'm off that song, and so I don't know, but a good song off the Independent Female Dragon that's coming out, it's a song called BBWD, and it's, you know, it's bad with dough, bad women with dough. I normally don't use that term, but like I said, it's an old track, but it's catchy, and it's me, it's lyrical, and it'll make you move.
So out of everything that you do for a living, do you have like any other, or musically, do you have any other hobbies that you accommodate as well as music?
Yeah, I do filming, I do graphic editing, videos, photography, I do all that. So that's kind of like another side hustle that I have. I'll be at an event, I rock the stage, I hop off and be taking pictures and filming everybody else, and I do graphics for somebody, I do my own graphics for myself. So definitely that, just the whole melting mash of photography and filming and the whole, you know, that's it.
I get the whole, you know, wanting to be that total package, because it's hard to find a good producer. It's hard to find, you know, somebody that's willing to walk around with you and take pictures and videos. So it's like, if I could do this by myself, I could hold my own DSLR camera and do it all by myself.
And then it's like independent, it's a financial burden. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you get, I mean, when you start spending money, you'll definitely, and I'm not like, I started doing graphic and filming for my own sake because it was a problem, but learning how to do it, I'm like, okay, you generate money doing this, and then you kind of start to see that if you believe in yourself, you're gonna have to invest in yourself. So definitely, artists should definitely not be scared to invest in themselves. I mean, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It took me learning how to do graphics and filming and getting out there and networking with other people. So now it's kind of like a bartering situation sometimes, or I just made a way out of no way, like, for real. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out, and I appreciate you, you know, really empowering women. I always try to get girls on the show or women on the show that can really, you know, impact what we're doing. And it's hard to be a female out here doing it, because even men now are doing blogs, and it's like, I thought I had my own little thing covered, and it's like, nope, men are taking over everything. So I definitely appreciate you coming out and showing love to Urban Hype, and I hope you guys go and, you know, support her and everything. The links to all of her social networks, websites, everything, email, and all that stuff will be at the end of the video. So I definitely want you guys to stay linked to her. I was so excited when she sent me the email, because it's like, we've had female singers and I appreciate it, but a female MC is a huge deal. You know, a hip-hop goddess is a huge deal, because I've never really met anybody that's a female artist that is, you know, a rapper. So this is exciting to me to have somebody on the show that, you know, we've had a lot of guys do it, and it's cool to have a female doing it, because we rock too. Y'all need us, because you need kids and you need sexual healing, so that's why we're here. Okay, so appreciate us and support us in all that we do. Okay,
give a shout out to my daughters, Soraya and Nasadia. Yeah, so I had to make sure I shout them out, because that's my biggest fans right there. They critique my work and some stuff kids shouldn't hear, but they right there with me. So I just want to make sure they see this shout out. Mama love y'all.
They're gonna be just like you one day.
I hope so.
Rappers, goddesses, MCs. Oh gosh. Well, thank you so much for coming out to the show, and I thank you guys for watching. I'm Brittany Takia. This is Mizz Tuffy.
Mizz Tuffy?
Say it herself.
Yes.
Because we're independent, we can do that. This is Urban Hype. Believe the hype.